Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to another episode. Today's episode, we're going to be discussing transfer news. Barcelona haven't been in action for a couple of days since it's been the international break. Our players have been away. They've been in international duty. They've been busy with their national teams. And the transfer news has been big lately. We have some big news to talk about. And so we're going to be discussing the situation between Ronaldo Araujo and Gabby. We're also going to be talking about Lewandowski. We're going to be talking about some big players here. Mbappe, Haaland, Salah, Ousmane Dembele. We're going to see if what's the latest news on him. And we're also going to be touching on a few more news, such as Rafinha, Kessie, and Christensen. So starting off with Ronaldo Araujo and Gabby, their situation is a little bit more favorable. These two are players with which we are making progress in their negotiations. Barcelona, after the international break, after they come back, they have a date where they're going to meet with Ronaldo Araujo's agent, and then after they're going to meet with Gabby's agent. They're going to be advancing those negotiations. Barcelona have put an offer down. Ronaldo Araujo isn't too satisfied with the offer, but Barcelona have improved their offer. And the latest news right now is that even though the Premier League clubs that are interested in Ronaldo Araujo, such as Man United, etc., Barcelona offer is close enough to what the Premier League teams are offering. So Ronaldo Araujo can be tempted to say yes, and besides, he wants to stay and play at this club. And the same thing goes for Gabby. These two are players that we need to focus on their renewals. These are the future. These are the core of our team, and we need to do our absolute best to keep them. You saw their talent in display in the last game. Gabby, with the very few minutes that he had, he made a couple of amazing dribbles against such a veteran midfield that is Toni Kroos, Modric, and Casemiro. And Ronaldo Araujo, absolute monster in the back. You saw his amazing performance against Vinicius in the game. But moving on to the big transfer news, Barcelona in the past recent days have been linked with very big players, such as Lewandowski, Haaland, Mbappe, and Salah. Now, what do I make of these transfer rumors? Now, let's start with Lewandowski. Lewandowski just came from a win against a big win for Poland in the World Cup, classifying them into and allowing them to be in Qatar 2022. Big win, Lewandowski with after scoring the penalty team. Lewandowski isn't so happy at Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich haven't given an offer to Lewandowski. His contract is up next year in the summer of 2023, and Lewandowski is waiting for that offer. He wants to feel appreciated. And what do you make of Lewandowski coming to Bayern? For what I think is just, this is Lewandowski throwing Barca's name in the pot, saying, "Hey, listen, I want to feel valued. I've been such a key part of this team. Where's my deal? Because if not, if you're showing me that I'm not being valued, then I'm just gonna leave the club." But I think Robert Lewandowski would like to stay at Bayern Munich. I think that's the club that he's had enjoyed so much success over the past couple of years, and I personally don't see Lewandowski coming to Barcelona. There have been talks with Lewandowski, but I think it's just each other just testing the waters, just feeling each other out and seeing what possibilities there are. And the same thing goes for Mbappe. We all know Mbappe has been linked to Barcelona for over the past couple of days. And I think it's the same situation where Mbappe is throwing Barcelona's name into the hat just to say, "Hey, Real Madrid, listen, you have some competition. They're going to try to get the best deal possible for Mbappe." and they're just throwing Barcelona's name out there to get a better deal, because Mbappe has shown in the past like how big of a Real fan he is and how much he's wanted to play for the club, and so it's very hard to believe that he would want to come to Barcelona, Real Madrid's biggest rival, and I would feel that would be too much of a stretch. And Erling Haaland, Joan Laporta has spoken recently, and he's done a couple interviews lately. He's been mentioning how this club, how he's not going to make any deals that is going to risk the club, risk the financial stability of the club, and because the media has been asking Joan Laporta so many questions like, what do you think of Haaland? What do you think of Haaland? And Laporta is giving, he's being very straightforward. He's saying like, hey, the Haaland figures, the numbers given to make that operation happen are just way too much, and I wouldn't put the club at risk to bring Haaland in. And I completely agree. Even though Haaland is like a generational talent, we have to put this club first before anything. We have to take care of the club first. We saw how in the past with how Bartomeu financially ruined us by spending money we didn't have and spending money on players that didn't help the team. We saw Coutinho, Dembele, and Griezmann, big names, big money, 100 mil plus for each one of them, and for some of these transfers, we're still paying the money back. But once again, I completely agree with Laporta. Even though Haaland is a fantastic player, I will not go down this route. And so the favorite for Haaland is Manchester City. Manchester City has been in talks with Haaland, and they're probably the only ones who can afford him, other than Paris Saint-Germain. But I'm guessing that depends how if Paris go for Haaland, that depends how the situation with Mbappe goes. I believe if Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, then maybe PSG will go become the forefront runners for Haaland. And moving into Salah, Salah is in the same boat as Lewandowski. Salah has been amazing at Liverpool. He's been a key player for them in the past couple of years, and he's asking a big contract. He's asking for roughly around 400,000 euros a week, which is a lot of money. Barcelona just currently the one who's at the top of our transfer list is Salah. Xavi's a big fan, but this is a tough one because Liverpool, they have wage structure. They're going to offer him a deal, but the deal isn't to Salah's doesn't meet Salah's expectations. And so I think spending this much money on Salah, who's already reached 30, I don't see the point of spending big money. But I don't think that we should go down that route. And this is why instead of going for Salah, we should be going down towards Rafinha. Rafinha is a Leeds player, and they're currently battling to stay in the Premier League. They are currently in 16th place, just 7 points above the relegation zone. It is possible that they can be relegated. Barcelona are really banking on this. And why are they banking on this? That Leeds get relegated? It's because Leeds have Rafinha has a clause in this contract saying that if Leeds get relegated, that he has a release clause of 25 million euros. And Barcelona, for a player of Rafinha's quality, 25 million is a steal. And if Leeds stay in the Prem, then you would be looking at double. You'd be looking at 50 mil. And then at 50 mil, I don't think that we should be paying that much money for a player like that. Even as talented he is, we need to be very careful with how we spend our money. And then that's not saying that Barcelona does not have money. Barcelona do have the money. Barcelona has been saving and planning to have a big summer, but we need to spend that money in a correct way. We cannot be spending we need to plan this correctly. We need to make sure that the signings we make are supported by Xavi and that they're financially sound. That's the plan that we need to go on to go. And you see how these are wingers that Xavi's looking for, because even though Barcelona has been improving in their attack since the start of the season, I still feel like we need a quality forward up top. A quality forward up top would be a massive game changer. And this is where Ousmane Dembele comes in, because recently in the past couple of days it's been Laporta and Ousmane Dembele, Barcelona and Ousmane Dembele have open talks again. They've been negotiating. They're set to hold talks. But on Barcelona's side, they are mentioning how they would like Ousmane Dembele to have a more prominent role in the conversation, because in the previous negotiations, his agent was the talking voice. His agent was the one dictating the demands, representing Ousmane Dembele. And what Barcelona's stand is that even though Ousmane Dembele in the dressing room, in the pitch, and talking to the Xavi and to the other players, he's transmitting a message of, hey, I want to stay. I'm really happy here. I'm really excited about this project. I want to succeed here. I want to stay here. When in the negotiation room, his agent is transmitting a completely different vibe and a completely different message. And so that's what Barcelona would like to have. And both Barcelona and Ousmane Dembele have strengthened their negotiation. Barcelona with the incentive of, hey, you're an exciting project, stay here. Look at the exciting project that we have. Why wouldn't you want to stay here? And Ousmane Dembele strengthening message is, hey, I've been fit, I've been playing well. I deserve a big contract. But even though I do see Ousmane Dembele, I'm very happy to see Ousmane Dembele playing very well. I still do not feel that we should break the bank for Ousmane Dembele, because even though he's had a good couple of months where he's been injury free, he has a very big history, a long history of being plagued with injuries. And I still feel we should play it safe, because even though he's been great these past couple of months, we have to remember that he's been here since 2017-2018 season. He's been here for 5 years, and he hasn't done much in these past 5 years. So looking at the long term, he does not deserve a big contract. He, at maximum, to have the same contract. I don't think that Ousmane Dembele should be avoided a big contract, because he simply hasn't deserved it. If he has to keep this up consistently for a long period of time, if he wants to get that big contract. And that's basically what's happening in the news. Also, Christensen and Cassie, these are two players from Chelsea and from Milan that are being linked to Barcelona, and the media is saying that they're done deals, that they're already going to be two of the first two summer signings that we will make. And I'm very excited, because these are two very good players. Kessie, different profile. We don't have him in the midfield. Very excited to see what he offers. And Christensen, solid defender. I'm very excited to see how he develops on the Xavi. Some other news: Ansu Fati returns to training. He returned to training yesterday. That's fantastic news. Ansu Fati is amazing. He's super clinical. He's that finisher that we need, and bring another element of attack into Xavi's system. That's going to be very useful. And not only that, Piqué has been going through some treatment. He hasn't been training lately. He's had an injury lately, and he's been playing through the pain barrier. He's been playing this season with the pain barrier, and so he's been having some treatment on that. And to sum up this news, I'm gonna go off with some words from Sergio Busquets, whose message to Ronaldo and Gabby, when Busquets was asked, what message would you give them? He's saying, anyone who leaves Barcelona will regret it, and I completely agree with this message. Barcelona are currently building an exciting project for the future, and you saw how exciting it is versus from the big result from last weekend. No, against Real Madrid, and I think the project is what entices these players, and if these players want to come to Barcelona, they have to show it. They have to show that they want to come here. And this is all. This has been all for today's episode. Let me know what your thoughts, your comments, everything on all these transfer news and rumors. And I'll see you guys for next week's episodes. All right, bye bye, guys.